Quick mic test. All right. What is going on, everybody? Jeez, it has been quite a bit. First stream of the year, so I'm getting back into things. Had a long break for the holidays, Christmas all the way through. I mean, we uploaded all the way through till the end of December, I think, on YouTube, but I stopped streaming a week before that. I think a week before the end of December, all the way through till the end of my birthday, and then through till my mom's birthday, which was the previous couple days ago, previous day. It depends on when you're watching this, or if it's live, then yesterday, I believe, the 19th, which was good. So now I'm officially back into the swing of things. I've gotten the hang of my usual schedule, and one very important thing, the reason I have it up on the screen currently, the Morning Madness podcast, I can officially confirm that the Morning Madness podcast is back for another season, or at least another semester. So from here till at least the summertime, you've got a guaranteed Morning Madness podcast again. So that's at least 10, 12 episodes, I think, which is nice. We've got a lot more to discuss, and everybody's officially confirmed to be on board and excited about it, which is really nice. And now I'm 100% sure everybody's fully motivated and really excited to do it. And it was a lot of fun. The studio space is still ours. We just got to figure out what day works best with our new schedules, and then we'll be back in the studio making the podcast yet again, which is nice because now we have all these new trailers to discuss. In just a minute here, I'm going to move on to the few trailers I missed in the intermediate time between the streams. Only 6 to view today, so it shouldn't take that long. And then we're either going to play, I think we're going to play, I'm feeling it's either Jedi Fallen Order or Resident Evil 2, but it would probably be better to do Jedi Fallen Order today, and then we can do Resident Evil as something recorded. Just because I feel like it's easier to handle a live playthrough of that. You can slow down and pause throughout the story sections. I feel like Resident Evil will have a lot going on, and I could probably benefit from being able to edit a little bit better, which is good. That's good. So as long as we have our options. Let me make sure that's not too loud, because that's pretty loud for me. I suppose nothing more to do than to really hop into the trailers. I think that's everything. One other thing, at the end of this week, I go in for tryouts for the final team for the final Overwatch season. To my knowledge, the final Overwatch Collegiate season before Overwatch 2 comes out. Whether or not that is the case is all up to Blizzard, Activision Blizzard. I really can't wait to discuss with the guys the fact that they got bought by Microsoft, which will be a really big play. It is a really big play by Microsoft, big deal. I'm not too worried as a resident Sony, the big Sony fan. I'm not too excited, but I'm also not too worried. But I'll talk about it more when we get back together for that. As I was saying, I completely just sidetracked myself. Activision Blizzard got it right. Sorry, the final Overwatch season, collegiate, that I did to my knowledge, I try out on the 21st and 22nd, and then I find out pretty soon after that, like a week or two after. And if that's the case, I will be doing I want to do some negotiations with the coaches if I can. Or I have some mental negotiations that I have ready up, and I have reservations about how this season will have to go if I want to continue in it, which will be nice. But I'm super excited to play. I've been playing Overwatch in my free time when I'm not recording or streaming, just to, and it's just keep the knife sharp, and it hasn't been too bad. The game's still, it's what it is. It's a game that's only really fun because I'm good at it now. I can't wait for 2, man. I cannot wait for Overwatch 2. We've been having a lot of debate over whether or not they're going to change their formula to live service now that Xbox has bought them, or Microsoft has bought them, because live service is the real money printer nowadays. So You know, a lot of highbrow discussion in the esports Discord, which is nice. It's good to have other like-minded people in there discussing. I haven't been participating in discussions much just because, you know, I've been taking my leave of absence. I don't know. It's been a while. It's been a weird situation. Anyways, enough sitting here and watching two of my beautiful face, along with these two other beautiful faces. Let's go on and hop into the first trailer for today. All right. And since we're about to start, this should be the video starting. I'm gonna get an intro screen soon. But since we're starting the first video, that means I can tell you Morning Madness Podcast will be back soon. Officially, I got it confirmed by both the co-hosts. We will be back for this at least until the summertime. All right. Now, without further ado, the Rainbow Six Extraction official lore gameplay trailer came out not too long ago, and I am not quite sure what that entails. Now, Rainbow Six, I played Siege a lot. There were previous videos on the channel back before they were vaulted of me playing Siege, and I have played some Tom Clancy games before Siege came out, like way back when, but I was never a big Rainbow Six guy. I didn't know much about Rainbow Six. I've talked to a few people who tell me that there was a Rainbow Six, like New Vegas or Rainbow Six Vegas something, that was apparently like the big game, you know, and that's really what's keeping this series alive. So, Rainbow Six Extraction, as far as I know, to my knowledge, is a 3v3 PvE game. But, who knows? This game will tell us a little bit more. Obviously, they're very operator-based, but Ubisoft's been dropping the ball lately.
1373.
Dr. Elena Alvarez.
The Chimera parasite has resurfaced. But this time, the Rainbow Six organization has created a dedicated unit to face this new threat. React. I'm proud of the team Eliza and Jordan have managed to round up.
Gotcha.
The
Right,
data
so this
we're
does take
recovering
place
in
in
hot zones is critical.
What's up, Dixie State
Hundreds of scientists
Esports? How you
assist
guys
me and
doing?
operators on the field
I
in
feel like
studying
it's
the
usually the other way
parasite,
around
adapt
in
our
this
technology,
situation.
making sure everyone makes it back.
So what we're dealing with is all of the operators from Siege, or roughly most of them. I know there was a lot of PvE game modes. We love you. I love you too, Dixie State. I'm excited to be back and playing this next season
the
here.
sprawl
Hopefully.
is key to the parasite's activity.
What I'm hearing
We also
is
found traces of human DNA in its
they got
composition.
really interested in doing the PvE game modes that they did during the limited time events, and decided to make a game out of it, essentially. It looks like it'll be a good game to fill that missing zombies thing that we needed since Cosmo dropping the ball.
And various mutations, which we are starting to give names.
As long as they don't get too... it needs to be a little more arcadey than Siege was. And I don't know if Siege is necessarily the bar for Rainbow Six in terms of their gameplay style. But I feel like it's too clunky currently
able to summon lesser creatures from the sprawl. I'm concerned about how they can evolve.
But it looks like we're just gonna... it's like Left 4 Dead where you're gonna have to know or have knowledge of the different types. Which I think is kind of cool. It would award that, that knowledge
after
and make
these
it for good
events.
replayability, I suppose.
The latest data is unsettling.
But it already looks like they're gonna have paid skins just from looking at their uniforms,
The Chimera is up to
or
something.
their costumes, and that's what
Something dark.
I'm not willing to sink money into this game.
I need to
But
warn
for a
Eliza.
free skin, because I refuse to play in a default
I
skin,
thought we
or
were
maybe a
ahead.
cheap, cool skin, I'll play the game.
But I
I'll
was
try
wrong.
it. Maybe when it's on sale. That's what it's looking like for me right now. But it might be. Who knows? For all I know, it could save Ubisoft right now, but not too sure. Friends play free. Invite 2 friends to play for free when you own the full game. Huh. Well, that is an interesting little special deal that they're running. I mean, naturally, I'll just have to remember that, because if I do purchase the game, I'll give it out to some people, and we'll do a full experience on the game. That's exactly what they want. They want as many people to jump on this game as possible. So maybe, just maybe, this game might be what Ubisoft needs to save their their career, which is currently a little muddled. It's been covered by the Activision scandal, which is good for them. Good for them. But it's coming to all platforms: PlayStation, Xbox, all of them, including last gen, which is good, and Stadia, which they've explicitly stated, and Ubisoft Plus, which I don't know if I don't know if is that their gold membership service or whatever, their subscription service. Either way, I'm excited. I'll check it out, I guess, maybe for a video. We'll see. We'll see in the future. Obviously, it comes out on. Oh, it's out. Oh, is it out? It's out already? The game came out today. Hold on, let me check this. Whoops. Store Rainbow Six. See, because there's no 20th month, right? Did they push it? Is this an old trailer? Did they push the release date? Because the 20th is today. Today is the 20th, the day I'm streaming it. It doesn't seem to quite be out yet, which is okay, but that's fine. It was it looks like it's interesting, and look at these skins. Like I said, they're selling. They're gonna be selling tons of skins for this game, but at least these skins look a little more fun. So I'm hoping the game's a little more arcadey. But I've talked for way too long about this game. Up next is a game that I saw just by... I have no association to its title or its developer or anything like that as far as I know. It's even rating pending. That's how little we know about this game. Forever Skies official teaser trailer. Now, this is 1 minute long. I don't have any prior information, so we're just going to have to go for it. Let me turn autoplay off. There will be no other end of the world. Let me pump that up all the way. There we go. This is captured in-game, so this is in-game footage. Nice. Always a big fan of in-game footage, if you couldn't tell already. I say that at the beginning of like every video like this. The forests. This looks pretty nice. Like it has the like a weird next-gen Firewatch meets like Subnautica vibe. That is the first time I've ever been super confident about saying something. Good guess. Like a good. But it looks beautiful. It didn't tell me much about what the game's about. The airship looked awesome, and it looks like actually it might just be a Subnautica but in the air. That might be because in those last few shots we were seeing little bits of like the ship, and it looks like a little like fabricator station, little storage station. And from this little bit here, it looks like he's standing... Oh, by the way, this is an amazing wallpaper. It looks like this would be a beautiful wallpaper behind all the junk that's on the screen currently. Obviously, I love IGN and all that, but, you know, I need to see the paper, you know, the wallpaper. But it looks like an air-based Subnautica. And I'm oddly on a weird steampunk kick right now. So the idea of piloting an airship doesn't sound too bad. That seems kind of cool. It looks like maybe my guess is you go and you explore different like ruins by going airship from place to place. I don't know. That's my best guess. But it is being created for PC and next gen consoles coming in this calendar year 2022. And it is wishlist available on Steam. It's by Far From Home Studios, who are new. I don't know if this is their first game, but it looks like it'll be good. We'll have to keep an eye on it. We will have to keep an eye on it, and I will return to. I'm gonna return to talk about most of the games that I take a look at the trailers of, if I play them or after they've been out for a while critically. Jumping off of the game train for just a moment, I did miss. Now, I have talked before on stream, I think I've said it on podcast too. My favorite Marvel superhero for a very long time, before the movies came out, or before the MCU was getting big, was Moon Knight. And when I heard he was getting a TV show or movie, it was up in the air as a rumor, I was very excited. It is confirmed to be a TV show, and it is being, and Moon Knight is being played by Oscar Isaac. Now, I am, also in other news, one of the co-stars actually for Moon Knight. Let me pull that up. Moon Knight co-star accident. Let's see here. Yes, Gaspard Ulliel. Is that how I pronounce it? He passed away, unfortunately, last night. I that wasn't a smile. It was me trying to make sure I pronounce his name properly. He was apparently a important co-star for Moon Knight. Passed away in a skiing accident, which skiing's a very high risk, but high reward activity. So may he rest in peace, and that is a shame. I hope it doesn't affect the production of the show too much or the future seasons, and I hope his role was completed. And I hope they don't have to change much about it. I hope he at least had a good send off, a good piece of art to leave behind. Jumping off that note, let's go check out the trailer and see what we have to see about this. I have not seen any of the the previous teasers or any of the other things they've shown on Instagram or anything like that. I have seen a shot of the suit. It looks pretty good. It looks good. MCU always impresses me with their costuming. So, I'm talking forever, and Oscar Isaac's a decent actor. I haven't seen him in much yet.
Hello,
I haven't watched
and
Dune lately. It takes me forever to watch.
I have a sleeping disorder. I can't tell the difference between my waking life and dreams.
Hello, and welcome to Staying Awake.
All right. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the next upcoming TV show.
We'll catch you on. You're bloody useless, Stevie.
Stephen. I can't tell the difference between life and dreams.
I'm actually really excited for this.
Thank you.
Lost the contact lens.
Hope you find it.
Thanks.
All right, March. So that's not too far away at all. Actually. 1 month wait. Hopefully there's a couple movies.
Oh my
more.
God, you're alive. What's wrong with you, Mark?
Why did you call me Mark?
So Moon Knight has split personality
It must be very
disorder.
difficult.
So I'm hoping they portray it well in this.
In your head. There's chaos in you.
I don't actually know what medical diagnosis they would give him in the MCU nowadays, but
Embrace the chaos.
at least in the comics, by then it was split. That looks nice. Oh, he's kicking ass. That looks so good. March 30th. Oh, that's all right. Disney Plus, and as a proud Disney Plus subscriber, I will watch it maybe a month after it comes out. I'm really bad at watching things on time, if we haven't noticed by now. if 10 podcast episodes haven't proven that yet. I never watch things when I need to. I've got a big backlist of things. I did finish Brooklyn Nine-Nine, though, recently, which was nice. Anyways, back on topic. Moon Knight, obviously, I'm super excited. I hope that they portray him and his character well. His characters, his character. There is a lot to Moon Knight that is hard to portray in the without possibly over exaggerating some issues or demonizing certain things that I hope they don't really touch on, and I hope they touch on it well and lightly. And MCU's been pretty good at that so far, so I doubt they'll drop the ball here, but I have some concerns. Anyways, moving forward after this show that I'm absolutely gonna love the fuck out of, we are on to an announcement that I am very excited about. I do know about the announcement for the release date for Zenith. The Last City is its little undercard name. I don't really... Zenith, the VR MMO. Now, I'm a big VR fan. I haven't talked about it on the YouTube channel much. I've talked about it on stream, and I talked about it on podcast a little bit. Zenith, The Last City is a VR MMO that has been being worked on since before the Quest 2 came out, Like I got into VR right before the pandemic, or right when the pandemic started. So I was a little late to the party, but I believe Zenith was begun right before the pandemic began, their development. And the alpha was out not too long ago at either the beginning or the middle of this year. And I missed the window on that, and I was really upset about it. I really wanted to do stuff and try out the alpha at least a little bit, just so I could see what the game was going to be like, sink my teeth in. I have played the other VR MMO that's out right now, Orbis, which is decent. It's not quite as polished as it could be, but to be fair, they did release it very early, and it did come out on a platform that was very lowly supported at the time, so there wasn't much funding. Zenith has been crowdfunded. It reached its goal a long time ago, and they have I believe they have a full development team on it now. I am super excited to play this game, and I will be checking it out as soon as I can. I might be out of town the day it comes out, but I will be super excited to enjoy it, play it, and hopefully, I can make a video talking about it pretty soon.
Look at this place. An entire world untouched by the fracture.
And Zenith is confirmed to be crossplay, so Quest and PC can play together. The world's beautiful, obviously for the VR, the VR graphics that you can. The movement is amazing. The combat I haven't seen too much of just yet, but it looks to be very, involved. That's all I can hope for, really, is a decent dynamic combat. And a well-developed magic system. If you get the combat to be dynamic enough, and you add the magic system in to be fluid and fleshed out, that's all you really need. Once the combat's perfected, it'll be a piece of cake from there. Just do content expansions from there. The World of Warcraft mod, essentially. The crafting system, or however gear is crafted and fabricated, it looks like, which is nice. I haven't done too much research, obviously, since I missed out on the alpha, but the game seems to be very involved and very enjoyable. See, there's even things to mess up, but I am super excited for this. And I feel like if there's any time to get into VR, I believe it comes out on the 27th of January. This is the time to get into it. Look at this. Here we go. Some combat to show for this. And there's a party system built in from the beginning, I believe, which is a game. Well, a lot of VR games have been lacking the party system, and I believe Zenith has one from the beginning, which is why that is beautiful. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this. I do plan to party up and play this with a couple of roommates or a roommate, my girlfriend, whatever it takes. I can only say, as far as I know, there's so much being shown off here. The creatures look fantastic for VR's capabilities. I wonder what the graphical difference will be on PC versus Quest. Same with issues like latency on these physical attacks. Either way, it looks like the hitting, it looks like it's making good contact with the hitboxes, and that shield move is very sick. But yes, January 27th, 2022. That's in a week or two. Sorry, I'm talking so much I had to cough. Zenith, the last city. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Alright, thank you for bearing with me. Alright, that's better. Anyways, Zenith, the last city. I am mega excited about this. There's not much more I can really spiel about because I don't know as much more, but I cannot stress this enough. Now is the time to get into VR. Why is my mouth? I don't know, there's a tickle in my throat, and it's making it hard to talk so much. Anyways. In other VR news, actually, I just finally purchased my final one of these little Vive tracker dongles, which are so impossible to get, to get a hold of. If you lose one, it's a nightmare. They're $50 a piece. They're half the price of the tracker itself. So, I was putting it off for a really long time, but I've had my base station set up and I've had the 2 trackers ready, but you can't really do much with 2 trackers. You need 3. You need 1 or 3. It's 1 or 3. There's no in between. You can't do both legs and no hips, and I learned that the hard way. Man, this is not going well for me. What is happening? Okay, that might happen intermittently. I don't know why. I'm coming off of a cold. I did test recently to make sure it's not COVID. I tested negative, but I'm coming off of a cold, and I guess there's a tickle in my throat as a result. It's causing a minor cough, and I guess the lemonade that I got didn't help much. And obviously on the last stream, I talked about how I need to just bring water to the streams from now on, instead of bringing like a flavored drink or a drink with citrus in it to dry my mouth out, because the lemonade is making it a little bit more difficult. Whew. But anyways, we press on ever forward. Very excited about Zenith. But another thing I am very excited about, because I did not know it was happening for the longest time, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is coming out pretty soon, which will encapsulate all of the games from the complete saga plus 7, 8, and 9, which I think will be great as someone who played the complete saga and loved it as a kid, but I didn't play 7, 8, and 9, for obvious reasons. Currently 7, 8, and 9 aren't that great, so the LEGO games are probably better, but I just haven't gotten around to it, and LEGO games have kind of been harder to digest in the later generations, because I had all of the LEGO games on the PS2 practically. LEGO Batman was really good. LEGO Star Wars, like the first one, the second set, and the complete saga were all ones that I owned as a kid. Ooh, look at that. I'll be right back. Jeez, this might wind up being a shorter stream than I had anticipated, because that is rough. Yeah, this apparently I'm not over the cold like I thought I was. I was trying to take a break until my cold subsided, as well as take a break in lineup when I was ready to, get off vacation mode. But, maybe my body doesn't seem to agree with me, which is quite annoying. But anyways, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is releasing soon. And as someone who played Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga as a kid, obviously I really enjoyed it. And I can only imagine what they've done since to improve the previous games, to up it to the new generation. And I haven't played the new game, so I'd be excited to experience it for the first time alongside all the other stories. And it'd be great to take a person with me. I'm going to take my girlfriend through the whole playthrough with me. Because I doubt that she's played it when she was younger. So I think it'll be a great time to reignite that interest in Lego Star Wars. And Lego Star Wars was hilarious. They had some of the greatest physical comedy for Legos possible, at the time. And they were really the thing that allowed Lego to become so big and make the movies that they did, I believe. I don't know if that's a true fact or anything. But anyways, here's the official gameplay overview trailer.
A young dreamer becomes a Jedi Knight. A Jedi is twisted by the dark side. And as the Force awakens, a hero rises up to save the galaxy. Relive the epic story of all 9 films in the biggest Lego video game yet, with Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Your adventures start by picking the trilogy of your choice. Start with Poe Dameron fighting off the First Order in Episode 7. Jump into Episode 1 as Qui-Gon and his young Padawan escape a failed negotiation. Or start where it all began, as Leia sends R2-D2 and C-3PO on a mission that will change the course of the galaxy. Whatever era you choose, play through the entire saga and experience the hilarious fun only Lego games can offer.
I won't lie, seeing the updated
As
version
war
of the
spreads
old
across the
graphics
galaxy,
looks amazing.
Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga lets you experience the many thrills of your favorite battles. New combat mechanics allow for greater mastery as you plunge into the action and defeat enemies both big and small.
Now that was just unnecessary.
String attacks together to form impressive combo
No, but
chains
the
that
way the
deal
camera
significant
feels
damage
much
to
more
enemies.
dynamic, it's a little more zoomed in.
And fend
too, so
off
it's like
oncoming attacks using counter-maneuvers designed to defeat foes
the
in styles
modern Lego
tailored to your
game
favorite
style is
characters.
very interesting. But the ray
New
tracing
blaster
on that
controls and
lightsaber,
mechanics
beautiful.
put you right in the middle of fierce battles
I don't know
and
how I
let
feel
you
about the
aim with
blasters.
skillful precision. And if
It
things
seems like
get
it
too
changes the
intense,
genre.
take cover
I don't know
and
if that's
assess
how
the
it's always
risks
been in
and
7, 8, 9,
opportunities.
anything, but
When the time is right, take your shot and watch as enemies react to aimed hits. Because after all,
there's like a
there's
weird
nothing like
combo
having a good
mechanic
blaster
with
at your
the
side.
blast.
Or choose to use a weapon from a more civilized age, as you wield a lightsaber against the saga's most sinister villains.
Oh, it looks real good.
Fight like a Jedi Knight, or someone still mastering
I noticed
the
the
ways.
models look a lot closer to the actual minifigures they release, instead of just to look like Lego.
But a lightsaber isn't the only weapon in a Jedi's arsenal. Remember, the Force is everywhere.
Like the
Harness
Lego
its
Grievous
power
is
to lift
closer to a
objects,
cartoony
attack enemies, or influence others.
Now that's a cool mechanic.
Players can also take their adventures to new heights by progressively unlocking planets as you journey your way through the saga. Just open the holo projector
Open
to
world.
access the galaxy map and chart your course. Space
That's
travel
a
comes with its
whole
own
nother-
set of exciting encounters.
Really?
Be prepared to engage in exhilarating dogfights against enemy ships, or take on
This is
incredible
insane.
missions as you pilot legendary vehicles. And when you're ready, make your descent to the next adventure.
There is so much in this game, like compared to the original Complete Saga.
Every episode in the saga is full of fun and
What is
exciting
that?
levels, many with multiple routes to progress through.
That's
So you can charge in boldly or find a more stealthy
They
approach.
keep telling me more as I'm trying to talk about the last.
As you arrive at new destinations, you can choose to either continue onwards through the main story or take a detour to explore iconic and expansive planets from the Skywalker saga.
See, now that's
From the forest
awesome.
moon of Endor to the desert dunes of Tatooine, get closer to the action
I
and
would
behold
play
the
this
most
game
visually
for
breathtaking
so long,
LEGO
and
game
there's
yet.
so much replayability from.
Go off the beaten path and take on side missions. Everything from bullseye and womp rats, facing off against scum and villainy,
This is
or
also the perfect
pondering
game
the
to
great
bring,
mysteries
like, a
of the
younger
saga.
Sibling or somebody who doesn't normally play games into the fold.
The more you explore the galaxy, the greater the rewards. Uncover Kyber bricks to unlock new features, including upgraded abilities across a range of unique character classes. Whether using a scavenger's net launcher to climb with swift agility, sensing opportunities for impressive shots as a scoundrel, unleashing shock grenades as a bounty hunter, or putting your better half to work as a protocol droid.
They even added mini
Each
games for
upgrade makes your
C-3PO.
characters more powerful and ready to take on any challenge. And with over 300 characters to unlock, free play mode lets you play as legends from every corner of the saga
See,
and
now
live out
that's
your
the-
greatest
that's
Star
what I'm
Wars
saying.
fantasies.
There's so much replayability involved in this game. Think about the
LEGO Star Wars
obviously
The
that's not a big
Skywalker
thing to
Saga
me, but
lets
think
you
about the
relive your
roleplay,
favorite moments from all 9
abilities
films
for YouTube
and experience
series, if that's a
fun
thing
and
that
new
people do.
adventures like never before. On April 5th,
especially just for Star Wars like lightsaber fights.
the
Especially if they
galaxy
have like a
is
theater mode or a
yours.
camera mode. But that is such a deep and like multifaceted game. I will definitely be picking it up, and it'll definitely be something I will play with multiple people. Like that's on. Oh, and they have. They turned it back. They have a way to turn it back to the original stuff. They have a way to turn it off of the voice acting and back to the old Lego Star Wars language, essentially, which I would argue is better sometimes. Luke Skywalker with Blue Milk minifigure, only with physical copies of the game. Interesting. All right. So that was Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, you know, with me taking intermittent breaks to, you know, have my coughing fits. But like I said, I'm definitely picking up this game, and I definitely have plenty of people I have in mind to play it with because it's so deep and like there's so much that's been added to it since the last time I even touched it, which was like 10 years ago, if not more. 10 years ago exactly, actually, and or like roughly. But that'll be such an amazing experience to go through. And who knows, maybe I'll do a video on it, or like maybe talk about how great it is in comparison at some point in the future. All right. Allow me to get myself right before we do this final trailer. And then we will move on to our story game for the day. This break might be slightly longer than the last two because I'm going to grab some water and really try to get myself fixed up, because for some reason this wasn't an issue until I started talking. I think it's the amount of how much I'm talking that's causing the problem. But we will push through and we will make it work. I've probably got something I can slam back real quick to fix the issue. And without further ado, I leave you with this beautiful music and this beautiful background. Let me know what you think of the jungle theme, by the way. We switched it up for a little bit. I thought the purple was a bit much for the eyes. Maybe the dark green's a little bit more calm, and it matches the brown a little bit better. So I will see you in just a second, and we will finally do the last trailer, and then go on to playing our games for the day. Alright, I am back once again. And I hope this will be the last time I have to take a break for the night. We are on to our final trailer for the night. I don't know why I could say the night. It's 5:30, almost 6 here. So Netflix has greenlit Cuphead for a TV show. Now, Cuphead is a game that I played on this channel back in the vault. It's been vaulted since, I believe. But in my intermittent period when I did not have a PlayStation and my computer was broken for about a year and a half, so all I could really do was edit on a laptop, and I played the first level of Cuphead, and I was terrible at it. I think I put in like 50, 60, 70 attempts before I gave up and decided to just fucking not touch it again. Eventually I got really good at the game, and I eventually beat it in my own free time, and it was a really, really good game. And subsequently, this show obviously was a natural next step. It was already in that beautiful old Disney style, so it was, it would have scratched that itch for a lot of people. I'm really interested to see what they do, whether or not it's a kids cartoon or like a more cartoon, like you know what I mean, like one that knows its audience level, where it's like decently mature but still, for children in the most way. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Everybody knows what I mean. All right, let's check this out. Let me get this music off real quick.
Muggsy, what we need is a little fun and adventure.
Interesting voice choice.
Cuphead, I'm not so sure.
You know what I do when I'm not so sure? I double down.
What does that even mean?
We're in the same boat, man, Cuphead.
Let me introduce you to some friends of mine.
It's all the different bosses from the game. The art style is really good, obviously.
I love it when they run.
Okay, so it's got that same old style of humor as well. So it's essentially just a modern version of the older cartoons. So they've gone through the whole reference to old cartoon style and then become a modern cartoon of an old cartoon.
You guys want an evening you'll never forget?
But they've got a well-diverse set of characters, so it'll be interesting.
We do?
Well, if you're looking for fun!
Yes, we're looking for fun.
Then a little DVDV!
We got the DVDV.
Let's go! Welcome to the Cuphead! Welcome to the Cuphead!
I won't lie though, it kind of looks like Netflix expects to only put out like a season of this. Just based on what I'm seeing here.
Oh, shut up!
But they have the potential to do several seasons. But knowing Netflix, they won't, which is their weird little issue that they have. But I'm gonna be excited to check it out. I enjoyed the game. I didn't play the DLC that came out. I know that happened. But it was, maybe it'll make for an enjoyable show, or maybe it'll make for something that maybe one of my younger siblings will tell me about, or something like that. But I'm happy to see games get some more media formats than just games. That's nice. And without further ado, it looks like we are now finished with our reaction section and our video section to do our catching up. So it looks like it is time to move on to our game for the day, our story game for the day. So let me get these controls set on it. And I'm thinking we'll play a little bit of Jedi Fallen Order here. So let me get this going. It's all VOD. You wouldn't believe it, but Origin's updating. All right. And that is everything. All right. You should be good to go. All right, we've got our new story beginning. We are going to be playing on, let's do Jedi Knight difficulty, and then we can change that depending on how we're feeling later on. But I suppose I can say welcome to the start of our Star Wars journey. I am playing with a controller, by the way, so we will be seeing everything with controller inputs, and no mouse should be on the screen as well. I don't know too much about like the universe in this game or where it takes place in the timeline, but it looks to be later. Obviously, and Fallen Order implies that it's like the First Order, so it does imply later in the timeline. But you know, I'm a big Star Wars fan. You know, I'm not like a knowledge book of stuff for it though. So.
Listen, I don't want to upset your rhythm, Cal, but the boss wants a word.
Hello, Prof.
He'll be good for us. Here he is, Chief.
An error has been detected on line 10A. All our clamps are jammed. I need 2 workers to climb up and secure the cables.
Okay.
That's not an easy maneuver.
It's time to do the tutorial.
Come on, Cal.
Apparently, that's like what his job entails. Huh?
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Keep the work.
This way.
I'm right behind you.
All right. Now, I did not go into this knowing how long the game was, or I know it's been compared to like it's like the Star Wars Dark Souls essentially.
Sorry, Cal.
Don't worry about it.
All right. Like pressing B does do this weird double tapping is the
up here.
Got you. Okay. So I'm getting familiar with all the buttons as quick as I can. Those TIE fighters look pretty nice.
Will you look at that? A Separatist ship. I haven't seen a Luke or Hulk in ages.
Yeah.
All the Star Wars ships look like
big money.
uniquely beautiful in their own way.
All right, let's go.
I didn't always think that until I played like Squadrons, and then after having the headset on for so long, like looking at all the intricate details on the bottom of like a Imperial ship. Where am I going? Red. Okay, it's like Mirror's Edge. Red means go here, essentially. All right, red and yellow. Uh-oh.
Hey, you okay?
I'm going the red way.
I'm good.
Woo! Meet you at the clamps.
Depart this barge immediately. You are not approved trash.
I can't.
Trash.
So
Just not approved
my
trash.
my understanding is they're working in like a ship wreckage salvage yard, right? So he's like a salvager. So what part of his job requires this much acrobatic ability? Also, is it bright enough? Like that is a worry that I do have. Woo, jump.
Easy there.
Just passing through.
Why does it sometimes feel like he jumps so short? Alright, red is the next bit here. Square? No? Left trigger. Okay. Gotcha. Took me a second. It's gonna give me Xbox controls, unfortunately, but that's the price to pay. Alright, here we go. Now I know what I'm doing. Nope. Okay. You know, I grew up playing platformers, really. So it's like these platforming portions are nothing. My first two ever like video games I played were Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter. That's why I love them both so much. I love both franchises dearly. Is this it? Yep. But you know, so the platforming logic is like a second
Sounds
language.
like scrap rats.
Most gaming in and of itself is a language, which is
No
crazy.
need to come out and say hi
I'm
this
learning
time.
that now when I play games with people who I know don't particularly play like all the time. Things that I would be expected to do when playing a game for the first time, just off the bat during a tutorial, like test all the buttons, is something that I've learned that not everybody does. Alright, he's the useless guide. Thank you, Prof. I appreciate it. But I'm learning that, yeah, you kind of learn a language without expecting it, of what a game expects you to do. Like, oh, I know square is usually an attack button. I know B or circle is usually a dodge button. I know, like, X is a jump. Apparently that's not quite, like, ingrained in everybody else, you know? And I just think it's interesting. And obviously it varies on how long it takes for people to get the hang of it, but I just think I was not going the right way, apparently. Oh, I'm supposed to be... Where am I going from here? I think it's, I don't know, it's something. Because if I've been doing it for so long... Where am I supposed to go from now? I'm supposed to go down here, right? Oh, down to the left. Gotcha. Alright. But, like, I've been doing it for so long that you would think that every game would be a piece of cake by now, which it's kind of the case sometimes. I've come to like playing with the open world games. Like Rage 2 was ungodly easy.
Hey, we should get moving. Yep, good looking out.
Where am I supposed to go from here? It's red right here. Oh, gotcha. Nope. Quick moment. Hold on. Alright, there we go. Back on my feet again and back in working order. Jeez, that is such a pain in the ass, and it's gonna really break up my momentum sometimes. Alright. I'm just making sure everything is good to go. Alright. You know, I have done this like rope climbing thing. I don't know if I've done it without using my legs, because that's a lot of upper body strength. Especially for someone who, like, I don't weigh that much, so I could probably do it. But it'd be a pain. But with legs involved, that stuff's a piece of cake. And I didn't think it would be so. The manual override lever. Now we'll go the red place, and the red place will usually be right. Gotcha. Right stick.
Got it. Your turn. Oh. Hold on.
Got you. Okay.
All right.
See, it's interesting what they do with the what they're gonna do with the Star Wars technology in these games, because there's a lot to work with. There's a lot of like machinery that they could mess around with and do cool things with. I'm sure.
Hang on, I got this.
If they ever revisit Gungans, or Gungans from like the first movie, they had a lot of cool tech, or they just had a cool environment in general. Like we saw in the Lego Star Wars reaction.
What a score! Ooh. It's a real scrapper's payday.
Nice.
I mean, this he's been here what? 4 years?
It's an A-wing.
5.
Is that an A-wing?
Whoever flew this went down in a blaze of glory. Those Jedi.
It looks small enough. It has to be.
Real tragedy. Yeah, I've always said they couldn't all be traitors.
Is this his ship?
Yeah, maybe.
I guess it's just our lucky day.
Not his ship, but someone like him. Is he a, okay? So is he a Jedi, or is he just someone who becomes a Jedi?
All of us risking
I
our
suppose we shall learn. The droid's still in the thing. He's just chilling there.
You really should watch what you say.
Listen to me. Find us free like this, it'll be your ticket off this soggy rock.
What makes you think I want out of here?
Come on, Cal. You're a young guy. You don't end up like me. Eventually. You gotta move on.
How old's Prof supposed to be? He's like a 40-year-old. He's been through it all already, but it's too late to change his path in life.
Whatever you say. Hey, we should get back down.
You're not listening to me. What was that?
Well, you fucked something up. Oh, they're on a ship. Like this is. Oh, okay. So are they? I still can't tell. Are they repairing the ship? I guess they're scrapping the ship. And they didn't warn anybody. Hey, don't stand on the wing. I guess nobody's supposed to be on the wing, really. That's why it's so hard to get there. Convenient cable. Let's go. Prof get a convenient cable as well? Oh no, he's good. He's got brute strength. Or maybe not.
No, don't let
He's got giant hands. How are you slipping? Alright. I assume we're gonna have to catch him. No. Force, gotcha. If I had messed up that button, that would have been hilarious. Ooh.
You okay, bro?
I'm alright.
That would still hurt like hell.
Pilot's gone. I'll get us out of here. Just hang on.
Oh, so the scrapyard's like over a Sarlacc? Is it a Sarlacc or something else? It looks big.
This thing is barely flying. Hold on.
Oh, I didn't switch off just chatting, did I?
Prof, you all right?
Yeah. Okay,
we gotta move. Come on.
Hell happened. What was that back there? Was that you? That was the Force, wasn't it?
Just forget what you saw, okay? Please trust me.
I've seen the stories. I've heard it. There's bounties out on people like you.
I know.
Yeah, we need to be careful. Yeah.
It's a pretty realistic reaction for someone who just found out the person they've been working with for a while is a Force user, I suppose. I don't know. I'd keep my mouth fucking shut, though. Yeah, considering they kill people for that. No, I thought they were matching like by choice, but I think everybody just wears the same outfit.
You holding up okay?
Good. Yeah, you?
Yeah. Kel, I've been working with you some time now.
How come you didn't tell me?
I've never seen you do anything like that before. We've been through some hell together. So, I know the risk that you took for me. I don't know how to repay you.
Don't mention it. I mean it.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me.
Yeah, I would say you could pay me back by keeping your mouth shut. That is all it takes.
It's not safe. Maybe you should, disappear.
Just gotta head back to my place, grab my bag. Tappers owes me a favor.
Oh. I heard he was up on Mel Shadella.
Yeah. Oh, that's it? Use the Force once and take off?
You see me for
a while, because Inquisitors, huh?
Yeah.
They'll sense it.
Okay, Kel.
But even just that little, that's crazy. My Star Wars knowledge is very spacey, but when I was really young, like 2nd, 3rd grade, I read the Legends books, a couple of them. So I have and then obviously I've seen the movies and all that, played Star Wars, all that shit. So I've got a pretty decent Star Wars knowledge. Oh shit, he's dead. Oh, he's gone. Oh, it's over. He's about to rat us out. He's in the trash droid. Can I go back this way? He's in the trash droid. Oh, okay. Well, normally they'd put stuff back there or something, or at least something interactive.
Prof?
Alright, let's get back to Prof. Or at least catch him before he goes and tells on us, I suppose. I understand, man. I understand. Double crossing is the name of Star Wars. That's the name of the game. There's usually a double cross in... I don't know if there's a double cross in every movie. I think that'd be stupid to say, but there's a surprising amount of double crosses in Star Wars. And obviously, the biggest relationships in history in the Star Wars history are double crosses. So. Oh, okay. That's all right. I wasn't expecting that. I was trying to think of what I would compare this mechanic to, but the only other game, the game that immediately pops to my mind when you do something like this is Minecraft, because that was a huge deal for Minecraft updates when command blocks let you do that. Oh shit! Oh, all right. We're having a Jedi trip. Oh shit!
Apprentice.
Well, that's not.
Mark
okay.
well and listen.
He's a Jedi. I was about to say that's not very fair.
Only in the Force.
Jaro Taka.
Train has stopped.
Yeah. Something's going on.
Everybody up. Identification ready.
Uh-oh. Reminds me of the time I stowed away in the Polar Express. And,
probably just another contraband.
And you'd be surprised how long they let me go without asking for my ticket. I just kept telling them I was doing something. I was busy. Hello. Ooh, they look cool. This is the support ship and the interceptor. With a okay, yeah, they're the Inquisitor ships. Gotcha.
Is this all of them?
Second sister. They look pretty cool. Purge troopers. Purge trooper armor's pretty nice.
We seek a dangerous fugitive. This is no common anarchist, but a devotee of the treasonous Jedi Order. Failure to turn over this traitor will result in a charge of sedition.
It's funny because most Jedi are humanoid, so it's like you would just racially assume that the human is the Jedi. Or maybe it's just he just looks like a Jedi. I don't know. It's the main character's issue.
I think it's time someone came forward.
Props bitch ass is either gonna sell me out or he's gonna say it's him and then he's gonna get himself killed. And neither of those are a satisfying conclusion.
Way before the war, we refit and rebuilt ships. Best in the galaxy. Then came the Empire. And engineers became scrappers. The workers
do work scrapyards.
They just started getting worked.
Prof.
We all know the truth.
That's a long lightsaber hill.
We're just
actually maybe no, it's normal size.
To the Empire.
That's what she said.
We're all just expendable.
Yes, you are.
No!
My assumption is that the cutscenes aren't going to come across as nice as I would hope, and that's going to upset me.
I found the Jedi!
I can only do what I can
Come back. Checking out the disturbance.
Oh, that hurts.
do. Alright. Well.
Hold it. Don't move. How'd you get here?
Easy now.
Got a stowaway.
Time to start the combat.
Oh, it's you.
Woo! See, I had a feeling Prof was going to do something stupid like that, but...
Hear that over the comm? Jedi? Stay sharp. It won't get past the traitor blast them.
But I was already so old. Like, it's one of those things where it's like they didn't do enough to build him up as a character. But also, I get it. We want to start the story already, just before a blaster bolt hits to reflect. Oh, gotcha. Okay, it's a timing thing.
We're gonna make you pay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it feels just as overpowered as using a lightsaber should. Alright, here we go. Time to jump ship. Oh.
One way out.
Can I grab the gate? The grate?
Gotta keep moving.
Up and in. Alright, thank you very much.
I did some training this morning with the rest of us. I chose to rest instead. That's how I prepare.
That's how you prepare for death. Rest when you're dead, Stormtrooper.
Yes, rest when you're dead.
Look alive!
I got it.
Catch him!
Okay, the shield react.
Ooh! No.
Ooh, that was nice. I hope they all react like this. Like, I hope they all have personality. Hello. Hey, buddy. Left button. Oh, I accidentally slowed him down. Left button to block most enemy attacks. Gotcha. Stamina decreases with blocking attacks. So it looks like this should not be difficult at all. Wow, he didn't stand a chance. Just before an enemy hits to parry. Oh, they just keep spawning in until I do the thing that it wants me to. I think I accidentally just countered. Alright, that's cool. And then what I did earlier, slow an enemy. They're just printing Stormtrooper. This is essentially how it works. Use the Force on object with a blue outline. Slow this down and climb it. Because it's made out of the same stuff as the other stuff I climbed. Would you look at that? Force meter is empty. Damage enemies to regain force.
You're going down, Jedi.
Oh, okay, I was trying to figure out what the I'm unintentionally making it much more cinematic than I wanted it to be.
Fugitive comes this way.
Oh, poor guy. I gotta climb? No? Around the... Nope! Not around the side. Do I go back in? What am I doing wrong here? What part of this? Do I climb it? no part of it to climb. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Go around the side. See, I get so used to it being very well telegraphed that as soon as it's not telegraphed anymore, I can't figure out where things are. But I expect it to be obvious. Evade and roll.
For KIA. Great. It's just me then.
He's tearing them to shreds, putting them to work. It is not. This is how I've always wanted a lightsaber to feel in a game. All right, well let's not cut anything like crazy. Up, maybe. Oh, tiny little spot.
Get to the front. Stop the train.
That's his true Jedi ability, is the ability to squeeze through small spaces that apparently nobody else can.
Oh no! Need cover.
Ooh, time to block this.
Gotta move in between bursts. Now.
Okay, no worries, I can do that. I might need to up the difficulty here in a second.
Faster!
Woo. Now I'm just going for it.
He's here. I'm ready for your train.
That's good. Thank you. You have cleared a little bit of trust me to jump to, my friend. I appreciate it. Little did he know, Cal's special ability is platform dodge. It truly is a special ability to be able to hold on to that shit the way he does sometimes. Like, this would hurt your hands. Other characters like Nathan Drake and stuff also do the exact same shit.
Whoa! This is bad.
And we're good. It went from bad to good not too quickly. Or went from bad to good pretty quickly. I am liking the, I'm noticing the external focus, like the rest of the map. Like the mountains we're driving by and the rest of the monorail of the train all looks really nice, which I appreciate. As we're getting familiar with the mechanics, you know. There we go. And now for another cutscene. My apologies if the cutscene looks like shit. I don't know what's happening. If it's just on the stream end, then that's fine. But if it's also on the video end, then I severely apologize. I'll probably just overlay the proper video.
We'll pick you up when we can.
If I can. We'll see. Here we go. Next bit. Alright. We're coming up on what looks like it's to be the finality of the tutorial because we have crossed every ability off the list now. And I'm kind of getting tired of doing the same climbing over and over again. I won't lie to you. Alright, but I won't get tired of this. Oh, now. I will not get tired of okay, they need to attack me more, otherwise the block will not be worth it. Easy now. Oh, okay, that made it cooler than I thought it was gonna do. Oh, that was people, not a turret. I can take out all of the stormtroopers before I move on. No, it only feels fair. He's running like his life depends on it. Alright.
Now.
I mean, it kind of does in this situation, but, you know. Oop,
train stuff?
this can't be good.
Yeah, it kind of looked like he got hurt, but also like he didn't. Alright, now is that ship with the random people gonna come back for me? Come on, worker friends, or non-worker friends, because it looked like a Republic ship. There they are, yeah, them. I wasn't really paying much attention when the cutscene came on, but I got you.
Hold on!
Alright, thank you, Siri? Sarah? Siri. Oh, shit. Alright, never mind. There, okay. Alright. This droid's getting treated unfairly, but otherwise he would have been dead. Ooh. Boss battle already? That is okay with me.
Going somewhere.
Oh, this is gonna be nice. I wonder if you can get a double-bladed lightsaber. I doubt it, but it'd be cool.
Perhaps you've had some training after all.
Maybe in the sequel or something.
Who's your master? Padawan? Someone I killed, perhaps? What Jedi gave their life so that you might live?
Hey man, don't start talking shit about the man. Like, that's the worst strategy in the book. Look at that. Oh, she's nothing. If this fight's too easy, I'm turning the difficulty up.
Tisk tisk, Jedi.
Okay, it's too easy. Where's the boo? Oh, it cannot be changed in combat. Okay, I understand why you would say that, but it's also annoying. Evade, red attacks are unblockable.
You have to do better.
Alright, so it's not like Dark Souls where they're gonna keep attacking so much that you have to roll and block constantly, but
your end is near.
Enough to the point where, oh, it's a combat tutorial. It's not even a boss fight. Okay, that explains what's happening here a lot better. Man, you know, oh, okay, there we go. I think it's finally starting to kick itself up. Ooh, alright. It's weird. Normally I feel like there'd be vibrations in the controller, but since I'm playing on the computer, I'm not getting that. But it's still a nice visual. And the lightsabers sound really nice as well. I play a lot of Blade and Sorcery now, so like the lightsabers in those are really fun to mess around with. And I like them for that same reason. The sound is really nice as well as the visual. And the light they give off. I've been thinking about getting a NeoPixel lightsaber from them, but I've been wanting to buy a mystery box, and they're a bit expensive. Oh! Yeah, no, that should not, that definitely had enough time for it to grab on at least. Oh, hey, there she is. Damn, they're gonna kill the forearm guy again? They hate forearm people in Star Wars, man. First Grievous and now this guy.
Okay, shut that thing off and grab some seat.
Hello, Greaves. Siri and Greaves. Both names that roll off the tongue just so well.
But who are you people?
My name is Seer Jonda.
I apologize for the cutscenes.
And this is
they're
my
having
captain,
trouble.
Grease Dritus.
How you doing? Yeah, the Mantis is my ship, but you better pay attention to this lady here.
So, who are you?
Cal. Kestis. Who was that back there?
An Imperial Inquisitor. She's a Force user hunting Jedi survivors. And now that she knows who you are, she will not stop until she destroys you.
How do you know so
strong
much?
as they look.
And why'd you help me?
We track Imperial communications. We heard the Inquisitors were heading to Bracca. So we made our move.
Oh, yeah? And what's the bounty on Jedi these days anyway?
That's gratitude for you.
Look, I get it. You've been surviving on your own for so long that it's impossible to trust anyone.
I can't tell if it's just the cutscenes that are having trouble. That's my assumption,
But this
by
is
the
about
way,
something
but
bigger than just surviving.
Like what?
I'll have to figure out what the issue is on that. Maybe it's because it's a
Building
dual
the Jedi
streaming
Order.
setup, so having it on such high graphics might be causing trouble. It's not a dual PC setup at all. So
Anybody else?
Oh, we're not good enough for you?
The Jedi Council?
this unlikely team of 3 will be stronger than any Jedi team before. Maybe, I don't know. Force is still really weak by this point. God.
Captain, set a course for Bogano.
All right, we've got our next place locked in.
Go, you're safe. For now.
I always wondered if they gave Star Wars writers for like every Star Wars related thing. I always wondered if they gave them like a storyboard. Oh.
Find your destiny.
Or like a layout to follow that states
You were
like
talking in your sleep.
in the movies or so, like you need to have like there's like unwritten rules in that I feel like are not shown, or like not explicitly told to the public. Like, two Jedi always have to have like a Padawan and Master combination, blah blah blah. If you're showing them off in like media, or there has to be a Master reference, blah blah. I know that's how it works in the Jedi Order, but in the modern, like later on times for Jedi, it wouldn't make much sense to have that traditional style Master sometimes. Sometimes I feel like there would be more than just one person working with one Jedi. You know what I'm saying? You get me. One Jedi with one Master at this point is kind of a waste nowadays. There's only so many Master Jedi left, so I feel like it'd make more sense to see a Jedi come from a group somewhere, or something where there's, or at least not like one that space fares often or some shit. I don't know. Maybe they'll explain more about it as this game goes on, but Force users are amazing at every instrument. Innately, I think, I guess.
That song.
Not I think, I guess.
I wrote it. Years ago.
Really?
You touch an
Small
object
world,
and witness
small
events
universe.
connected to it.
Oh, he's a seer.
Feel its history.
It's an echo in the Force from the object.
Not many Jedi have that skill.
How would you know that?
Echoes.
I was once a Jedi, but not anymore.
Do I know you?
No.
She's
But I
now
knew
a
your
Sith.
master, Jaro Tapal. He was a true guardian of the Republic.
He was a hero.
This game's very cutscene. I guess story games are cutscene heavy, huh?
Something happened to me during the Purge. I survived, but my connection to the Force is damaged. When I meditate, if I let my guard down, I lose control. And it's like I'm back in that moment when...
You survived, Cal. And you're not alone. Not anymore.
We're coming up on our destination.
All right. We're setting the roots for the characters. Was he always wearing that outfit? Because it does look different to the Scrapper's uniform. Also, did I change the color of this ship when I was
This is the
customizing
gun.
things? Because I know the
A
Prime
Jedi I knew
package
discovered it
comes
before
with
the
weird
Purge.
colors.
You won't find it on any maps.
The Empire doesn't know this place exists?
No, because I think the Prime package is gold,
So?
right? That's what the ship's
What's
color
the plan?
is.
Will you hide out here?
We're done hiding, Cal. See that structure over there? I believe that vault
Yes,
holds
the
key to
nuclear
rebuilding
reactor
the Jedi
over there in
Order.
the center of the planet.
But it requires someone strong in the Force to pass its test.
And since you're not a Jedi anymore, that's why you need me.
I know you don't trust me. And I'm not really sure I trust you. But we have a common enemy. And a common cause. I'll share more of my plan after you reach the vault. But until then, there's someone here I think you should meet. May the Force be with you.
All right, it's time to meet Obi-Wan Kenobi or Yoda. Like I said, I feel like it follows a format, you know, whenever, like I feel like they're given a writer's format.
Guess I'm looking for a Jedi then. But if there's already one here, why does Cere need me?
Right. We have made it to Bogano, and we've gained a skill point as well. So I think the next chance I get, I think this is where they introduce save points. This is okay. So we will go to the save point, and I think that'll be it for the story game today for the stream, but we'll jump over to something like Halo or something. Look at these little, like, creatures hanging out in the ground. They're like little rat
safe place to meditate. Just need to focus my mind.
Panda things. Boom. All right. Yes, I know it's a save point. That is very clear. Skill tree. All right. Let's see. What do we got in here? We've got one option. The overhead slash unlocks a powerful strike that is deadly against weaker enemies. Nice. Okay. So we've added to our combos. That's what triangle does. I've been trying to figure out why triangle didn't do anything. Okay. So there's survival, lightsaber, and force. Okay, I wonder if this is going to be one of those games where it's you have to actually prioritize and min-max, or you'll be able to get everything eventually. If it's prioritization, I think survival might be the least focused, because lightsaber is probably going to be the most focused for me. And then we'll probably use whatever force abilities we can to augment that. But alright, let's do that rest. And I think that should save for us. Alright. And now the only reason I won't continue doing the stream for this game from here is because I need to get the cutscenes figured out so that they're not lagging the stream and not causing trouble. Because I want to be able to showcase the whole game and not just the gameplay. So we will hop out of this. Thank you if you were interested in this game. I will continue playing it on stream and off stream. So it'll be uploaded to YouTube on my YouTube channel slowly over time, VictoryTGH on YouTube, but I will stream this intermittently alongside the other story games we're playing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and finish. I'm obviously going to do the real quick outro for the video just to save me the effort, and then we will move on to our multiplayer game, I suppose, for the day. Alright, so this has been the first episode of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We have a lot to... We've been given a lot of exposition here, and there's a lot interesting... Ooh, wow, I have never fucked that up live on camera before, and that's actually very embarrassing. So we're just going to really quickly rerun that one more time, and then since I technically only do one takes, we're gonna pretend that first one didn't happen, and we will continue through to the rest of the stream. So cool with me, cool with you, sounds good. All right, that has been Jedi Fallen Order, this first episode here. We've gotten a lot of exposition and a lot of questions, more so than answers, but this looks like an exciting game that I'm very excited to continue and explore with you guys. If you guys liked what you saw, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more. I've been Victory, and I will see you guys in the next video, and on twitch.tv/VictoryTGH on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'll see you soon, and peace. Alright, very simple. And I'm still here for the stream. Stream don't go anywhere. Whoever is here, and if you are watching on a VOD, please do not leave or go anywhere. I am going to finish saving this. Oh shit. Well, hold on.
Hey, BD1.
Hello, little buddy.
I'm Cal. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm looking for someone. No, not you. I'm searching for a Jedi, I think. Hold on. You know the Jedi?
Alright, so this is the guy we're looking for.
Wait, hold on.
Ah, he is a very important puzzle piece, I see. Alright. We'll go ahead and tackle that in the next episode. Alright, and we can happily quit to the desktop while I get this figured out. Alright. Let me go ahead and get this figured out, and then we will continue with the rest of our stream from there. Give me just one moment. All right. That should be better. Ooh, that's a lot of skipped frames. Notifications. That's not great. But we are now moving on to our multiplayer game section of the day, and we're gonna be playing some Halo just to wind down and relax. I feel like that's a good little set for the day. There is an event out currently for Halo. I don't quite know exactly what it is. It's like a futuristic event though, which is nice. Which I don't know if you can really say futuristic for Halo because technically it's futuristic already. But hopefully the servers will be fine. If not, we'll have to jump games immediately. But yes, the Cyber Showdown game, Attrition, which is an elimination game mode, which is, I don't know. I really like them for some reason. Surprisingly, I've played one match so far, and then I played it yesterday, and then I decided I had to stream it. So let's try to prove some merit here. Try to really show off why it's worth. Let me go ahead and swap the music over to something a little more Halo fitting, or a little more gaming fitting. That's better. That's more in just the realm of the mood we're trying to fit. So, man, very excited. As I said earlier about the podcast coming back, but my co-hosts for the podcast have a lot on their plate as well. Obviously, if I'm playing for the Overwatch team this season, which we'll find out in a week or two, which will be nice. after tryouts, of course, which are at the end of this week. If I'm doing that, then I'll be busy as well, but not as busy as them, because it looks like Carlos, one of my co-hosts on the Morning Madness podcast, is also coaching a Halo team this year as well at the collegiate level, which I think is really cool. I can't particularly say that I am confident in my skills enough to play a shooter like Halo or COD at a competitive level, at least not consistently, and just because of the amount of people who are willing to put the time in and will inevitably be better, whereas Overwatch is a little more specialized and skill based on certain people, and so like you can have the best character that doesn't fit the comp do worse than the worst character that fits the comp. You know, sometimes it's up in the air like that, and that's what really works for me. So let's make this first game of attrition look nice. Hopefully it's not embarrassing like it has been the last few times I've streamed Halo, because I have had some absolute nightmares in terms of issues with divided focus. Either I can't talk and shoot at the same time, or it's an issue with like trying to be entertaining and also like outwit somebody. It's slightly too much for my brain sometimes. So we're more often than not used to embarrassing gameplay, but I feel like I'm a little more tuned in this time, like mentally. And in a game mode like this, where every single death matters, it's like it's a real important thing to be on my A game as well as be entertaining. So I'm just gonna try to turn. Woo! Good shit, teammate. Thank you. There's one behind me and one over there. Oh, it's just this guy now. Awesome. That's a win for us this round. That's awesome. I really do like this game mode. I hope it sticks around. It feels a little more competitive than I kind of like this style of competitive. It reminds me of Splitgate's ranked mode. I feel like this would be a better ranked game mode than the current ranked game mode we're rocking. Can I kill him? Nope. Couldn't kill him with the pistol, but I can get away, which is arguably just as useful. As long as I can escape in the fight and I don't die, then that's a big thing, because dying is just as like detrimental as letting someone else kill you. What? I meant what I said. I said what I meant too. Alright. I don't want to let that dishearten me and make me lose focus for the rest of the thing. I'm still good at this game. Don't get me wrong. When that camera's not rolling, you would not believe the clips I pull off. I'm just too lazy to go and save them. Hey, I'm still in here. My light just went off. Stupid motion sensor. I saw a tweet the other day that talked about the idea of having a bathroom in a room with a motion sensor, and that's unbelievable to me. It's like a terrible design choice. I get it's good for saving power, but just... I could not fathom the idea of sitting there and the time, like... just a timer ticks off and the next thing you know, you're in the dark. Like, you get murdered in that 2 seconds it takes to move yourself enough to turn the light back on. It's also just hard to sit that still. Would you look at that? That's a win under our belt. That's beautiful. I'm gonna assume the music might need to be up a little bit more, just to offset the game. But that's okay. Perfect. I also haven't played nearly enough Halo to justify my the battle pass, but I mean there's 101 days left, so I feel like I should justifiably get to the end by that point. Let's see, kill enemy Spartans with a melee attack, and then just kill enemy Spartans in general. Nice. The challenges have been nicely tweaked over time. You know, the game had a rough launch with its like the battle pass system, but it looks quite quite nice now. Like, the game's got a decent progression. I just wish there were more challenge-based unlocks for gear than rather than like the store system that they have. Because that's what had me playing Halo 4 so much, was the challenge-based armor unlocks. I know obviously Microsoft loves money and all that, but you know, that was their real kicker. That was what had people playing. Like, I played Deathmatch to unlock armor because it only could be unlocked in Deathmatch, and I hate Deathmatch as a game mode. I think it's too much at once. Deathmatch is too many eyes on you at once. See, that visor looks sick, but I feel like everybody's gonna use it. The Mohawk, not as much. Doesn't look as cool, but I mean, at least it'll be something to differentiate other people, you know? And that's the cool thing I like about this. That is the one thing that's cool about the scarcity of the, like the scarcity of upgrades. Or, like, aesthetic editions. Having so few, it makes the people who have them stand out, like, a lot more. Can you... I had a feeling in the back of my head that I was going to turn around and there was going to be a guy there. But I was like, nobody goes up there. Nobody starts their match by running up there. On that side of the map, at least. Or at least I never did. But I was like, just watch this one time. Now I'm running around looking like an idiot. Alright. How? Why? Maybe it's... Is it the map? It's fine. I think maybe I need to get my priorities back in order. There's still one life left for me to use, so that or this other team might just be a much better match for us. Okay, well, when the energy sword's kind of cheating in a game mode like this. We're gonna be more life conscious, so we're gonna run away over fighting. All you can do with an energy sword, guys, is just like fill them with lead, practically, I suppose. Not me, please. Oh, I am not. Oh, thank God. I was about to say, I am not about to clutch this for us. Let the blame be on him. I'm more than happy to let that be the case. I will say, I do like the, I do like how every time I try to say something, every time I try to open my mouth, somebody kills me, or somebody starts shooting at me. But I was just saying, I do like how non-frequent but frequent the events are. Like, they're frequent enough to keep it fresh, and they've all got their own battle pass, which I think if they keep that up with every event they do. Oh, that was justifiably my fault. I'm an asshole for that, but if they keep doing that, though, the battle pass for every little update, then I'll be very, very excited to continue playing the game. I won't lie. I don't know. You know what? We're gonna turn it up here. All right, things are gonna. Oh fuck! I didn't realize it was. I didn't realize it was that serious. Move. I tried, but there wasn't much that I could do. Got a lot of eyes on me. Yeah, this guy's going for the stealth revive, and that wasn't good either. That's fine. You win some, you lose some. Quite literally. That's kind of the way it works. I mean, I don't think I got a single kill that time, though. Yep, I went 0-7. It was quite a painful match, but it's fine. At least we understand what the inherent issue is. It is the mental split. And it's fine because it does it with all the games. I do it with every game. It really does. Like I've said it before, it makes me wonder how pros are when they're not on camera. Just how unbelievably good they'd be at certain games. This one's really base heavy, huh? Like, yeah, the big thing with all the current unlockable armor in the Battle Pass is my guy still looks just as generic as every other Spartan, besides, like, the color and the emblem you throw on. The emblem is the most unique part about the Spartan armor, and it's free and you get it when you start. Like you can't really tell that I have a special arm plate on one side. Like it looks practically identical to the one on the other side. But that new visor in the event is a big step up. Like it's a real visual difference. And also, looking at Halo Infinite's multiplayer and like looking at the armor really closely, I'm really starting to notice the difference in graphics from like playing Halo 4 way back on the 360 compared to what my brain remembers it as. It must have been so like pixelated in comparison. I also really love this game's use of prosthetics, the ability to just choose them for any portion of your... I don't want that gun. Arms or legs. Like it's really cool way to be inclusive without like, and it's a very easy way to do it as well. Like it doesn't make it feel abnormal, and it doesn't make it like a super huge deal. You know what I'm saying? I could have had a good grenade throw on because that's one of those things that really upsets me, because I feel like that should have been, in terms of preparedness for that fight, okay. I'm starting to remember the olden days, why I used to get so mad at, I shouldn't have ran into that. That was just me, like, starting to remember what about games would make me slightly frustrated, because I don't get frustrated at the act of losing, but I get more frustrated at the fact that I'm losing in stupid ways when there's so much evidence. Like I physically watch myself play better than this, and that is just the curse of the situation, I suppose. Like I queued up that accidental extra grenade, and then I had a moment to relieve. Like I had a moment of relief where I went, "Oh, it worked, thank God!" And then I got shot in the back of the head. But it looks like this may work out in our favor. Let's go. I couldn't move for a second, but there we go. That's what it took. Alright, we got a very dangerous 4v4 here. I almost let him kill way too many people. I almost let him kill my teammates. Like, maybe I should stick to simple phrases. Okay, there we go. Alright, now we're... Alright, that felt a little more tense. This is a much more even match, I feel like. Which is nice. I would like a gun that... I would like a battle rifle, but I don't think they have them on this map. And I can understand why, because they might be a little overpowered in terms of... I feel like if they're not on this map, that's just acknowledging the fact that battle rifles are stronger than normal guns. But I feel like it's definitely just on a different part of the map that I haven't looked at yet. Boom. Make it work now. Alright, we've definitely changed the game for ourselves a little. Now that I've got a pattern going here. Nope, that was me messing up the pattern. I should not try to melee as much as I feel it. It's the act of having it on a keyboard instead of a controller. It's so much easier to just press F and then get locked into the animation than it is to actively want to click your stick down. Because it's not as natural to just click your stick down as it is to just press A button, you know, on a keyboard. At least we're keeping things nice and even in terms of the lives right now. That is a terrible situation to be in right now. Come on, come after me. Yep. Boom. Alright. Alright, so that's not the resurrection point. which means they're grouping up somewhere. Behind me is that somewhere. Let me just... Okay, so I'm gonna use that knowledge. Alright, they've been split from each other. There's literally no way this can work out in their favor. I got a kill though. I took one down with me. There's the guy behind. Why are you guys not looking at him? He's all by himself. There we go. Nice. That felt better. It wasn't as even as I expected it to be. Or, it felt even a little bit, but... Let's go ahead and hop on into this next little match here. It's weird. The one thing I can't do when I have like a stream going is I can't check like Twitter or anything. So if like there's news that I can't really plug into right now. And I was just thinking, I was like, stuff could happen. I wouldn't be able to tell. Like people could be knocking on my door out there trying to tell me something and I wouldn't hear them. And then things could be happening on my social media feed that I wouldn't know about until the stream's over. And this is quite a long stream for us. So I'm expecting the Queen of England to have had some serious issues. Now I don't know. I doubt it, but it's like, that's weird. It's a weird FOMO thing that happens now. So it feels weird. Not too long ago when Halo was had come out, I felt like that was a period where I felt like there was so many games it felt like I was never gonna feel like I needed to buy a new one again, or like I felt like I was never gonna feel that, oh, what am I gonna play feeling again. But I've been feeling that a lot lately. Like I've got a story game I play in my free time. I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I've got Forza Horizon 5, which I've been playing in my free time, but it takes a while to put the steering wheel up, and I only play it with my steering wheel, which I'd love to do a stream with that soon. I plan on doing it, if not next stream, then the stream after. And then obviously I play like a flying game with my HOTAS to pass the time, and then I've got all the shooters downloaded: Halo, COD. I've even got Fortnite for the Battle Royale of my choice, because I was playing Warzone for a while, but it just kind of bored me. I might swap back over to Apex though if I really crave that bloodthirst. Because my big thing is just I'm trying to feel like, I also have Destiny 2 downloaded. I've been playing that. I'm trying to feel fulfilled by the I didn't even see him. I'm trying to be fulfilled by the games that I play, right? And I've realized that since like the last game that really had what I was looking for was Vanguard, like COD Vanguard was and that's just the gun skins. Like having a challenge-based unlock system is surprisingly necessary to get me interested now. Like I need to feel like I'm doing something. Like I need to achieve something in order for it to be worth my time, you know? And it's like, at least Halo has the multiple battle passes going, so it's like there's the one battle pass, and I already know what to expect from that one, so I'm not looking at it anymore, because I'm not interested in those items. But the seasonal battle passes with like these events, and the event items that come from them, are a huge difference in like my, I don't know, intrinsic interest in the game. Or maybe, is that extrinsic? No, because I want to play it more to earn the game, to earn the item. It's just a smart way to do it. More challenge-based unlockables, please. I'm tired of paying for shit. I'm tired of doing like store-bought items now. I want challenge-based items again. Bring back the merit. I want to look at a guy and go, oh shit, he's good at this game because he's got an item. You're telling me we were out of lives the entire, like, or we ran out of lives, and yet I didn't die like once on this map? I died twice. I fucking hit my Steam overlay. I don't know if you could see that or if I just ran into the wall on your screen, but that was disappointing. That's fine. Alright, it's even. Oh, it's not even. Well, I thought we won one already. But that's fine. We'll make it work. I do like abusing the abilities in this game a little too much. Alright, so I need to think about how we want to do this, because... What? Why? He had what, active camo? Is that what it was? That's so... Oh, I get it. It did exactly what it's supposed to do, but it's so annoying that I feel like that wouldn't happen with anybody else. Anybody else would be stupid enough to try to shoot there, but my brain has enough like neurons in it to logically think if I can't see him, he's probably died there because he was low health and turned the corner. No, he just popped active camo and then shot and then proceeded to kill me before I had enough time to do any damage to him. Which is not an issue. I do not complain about it. I understand that that was my own ineptitude, but... Sometimes fuck me! That one was different. That one was personal because I know I keep pressing the melee button when I'm not supposed to. I feel like every time I play this game, it comes to the point where I start getting pissed at the game. Why are they all why did they all spawn behind me? Like I spawned over there. Find me another. Alright. They're out of lives, we've got plenty, so apparently this is not even like they're better than us. It's just I'm having oh my god. No, there's no way I'm gonna survive this. Yeah, I've been killed by the same guy too, mind you. That's fine, that's fine. If I could just take a moment to focus my brain a little bit, we'll see. Not everything is as bad as I make it out to be. Grab me that battle rifle, thank you. I just have to play the game the way it's meant to be played. There we go. Thank you. That felt so... That relieves so much pressure. Like, that was crazy. Alright, I don't know why it's turned me around, but I've got a grip on my sanity again. If I didn't fall, that would have been great. It's the same guy every time. And something that I feel like the Fiesta event did really well was making me use the other guns, because I feel like I'm just going to default to using the assault rifle in most cases. I don't want the active camo, but I will let it be used as bait. That'd probably be smart. Or I could grab it myself, we'll see. I made so little use of that active camo, it's actually laughable. But it's fine. We'll play some Tactical Slayer in a minute here, and all. Like, that's a big, different feeling. Am I not using the amount of the table that I need or something? Is that what's happening? I'm dead now, but maybe it's just not my game today. It's just this. I keep making excuses, and I feel like that is what majority of my game streams feel like, and that's why I've tried to step away from multiplayer for a bit. I fucking... You know what? It's fine. The fact that it's the same guy again is what's pissing me off. It's not the fact that it was the, It has very little to do with the fact that I just stood there and revived the guy, but it wasn't like there was much other choice. So. Let's take a break from the excuse fest and play something that'll really make the difference. If I'm still fucking things up here, then that's on me. I just don't think in any assault rifle based game that I'm good with it. Like, the assault rifle in this game is the only gun I can't seem to get the hang of. Or like the default loadout is the only loadout I can't seem to get the hang of. If everybody has a battle rifle, 9 times out of 10 it tends to work out better for me. It's just, I hate the assault rifle, man. I don't know what it is. It's probably because I didn't grow up playing Halo. Like, I played Halo 4, and even then, like, the assault rifle was tough for me, but I still preferred it over the battle rifle back then. Or the DMR. What was the battle rifle in? Yeah, the battle rifle was in, but I think it was, like, assault rifle or DMR was, like, the loadout option back then. Here we go. Tactical Slayer. Something to get a little hair on the chest. Look at that. That visor makes a big difference. All right. That was fair. That was completely fair and completely justified, and I understand it. I don't want this to be an uneven game. Maybe I'm the problem. Am I the problem? I feel like that. I feel like this is really like a thing I need to sit down and have a talk with myself about, because it's. But I know for a fact it's only when the camera's rolling, because I would be thinking about nothing but the game, and I'm usually locked in. Same happens when I'm doing Overwatch. When I'm going and playing Overwatch, it's like, I know that if I can't stream or record while I'm doing it, because besides like recording the gameplay, because I know once I have to focus on entertaining as well, it's over. Like, once, that's why I could never stream while playing the tournaments or anything. I was also using sliding a lot more earlier. See, okay, so the moments when my speaking drops like significantly, that's when you can tell I'm focused on the game a lot more. Because my speaking will take such a huge hit. I didn't even get a chance to fire back that time. Try to work on switching the modes back and forth here, so. Focus on the game and the entertainment sector of my brain separately. Try to do some extra multitasking, I guess. I didn't even see like the hit marker register for that kill. How? Oh, it's the crouching, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I can't hit a crouching target? What? I don't know. I'm gonna move this drink off my desk because I want full range on my arm here. That'll feel better. So now I can't come up with a, yeah, that was on me. I can't come up with a mental excuse for anything. Because I keep going into my head, oh, the cup was in the way. Oh, the cup was in the way. I just have a problem turning right. Like, my hand doesn't like turning right. It shouldn't be that difficult at all. And you know, I really love the habit with these tier lists is they always give me a character to throw in the bottom tier if you know, right off the bat. So Arby's is arguably one of the worst creations I have ever seen in terms of food. It's a culinary disgrace, I would argue. There were moments during the pandemic, during protests, where people would just burn down Arby's for the sake of burning down Arby's, and it was like, and people understood. Everybody understood. It was a communal, emotional understanding of a hatred for Arby's, and so I share that sentiment. Too much meat. I get it. They have the meats. That's their slogan. They have too much meat. Also, too much mayo. They love adding too much mayo to everything. And when it's just meat and mayo, not only does it not look appetizing, but it doesn't taste appetizing either. So Arby's is absolute garbage. Burger King is also going to sit in the D tier because I'm going to be a little harsh today, but Burger King is just an inferior McDonald's, and there are many places that do what Burger King does better than Burger King. I used to go to a Burger King by my house growing up just to get the fries, and that was it. Their fries and a smoothie, and because they did a little short deal for it. It was like $1 each, and so that was the only reason I could justify it, was because it was cheap, and that is the only good reason to go to Burger King. They had a decent, when the new chicken sandwich was released, not the old one. The old one was shit. The new one was decent, and I used that, like the classic, quote unquote, chicken sandwich. I had that pretty often, but like, you know, that was like their only good item. Their chicken nuggets are also way worse than McDonald's. I don't know whose head is up their ass when they say that, but Little Caesars is also in D tier. Not worse than Arby's though. Little Caesars pizza is the I keep using inferior as if I'm not someone who knows how to use the word, but Little Caesars is, hey, I'm still in here. Little Caesars is the worst pizza place out of all of the pizza options, including Pizza Hut. Out of all the default pizza options, it is the worst. The hot and ready is great and all, so like it's great for somebody who wants to pick up a pizza in a rush. But that time you wait for a pizza to be prepared is the time that you spend savoring and enjoying the food. The hot and ready pizza is to just have something that you can shove into your mouth quickly and fill your stomach. Carl's Jr. is C tier. It doesn't have to do anything really special to grant it above D tier. It's just I've been to it much more than the D tier restaurants. Carl's Jr., Hardee's, if you're on the East Coast, I believe. They're both not they're both. Carl's Jr. is a very like medium middle ground place. Anytime my family would go to Carl's Jr. when I was younger, there was also a Del Taco nearby. No, that was Jack in the Box actually, where we go to Del Taco instead for my items. But Carl's Jr. they have a really good California burger now, and that really saves them actually, and that actually could almost put them in a B tier. But everything else on their menu is kind of lackluster, so I'll leave it down and see. Chick-fil-A, now, barring their political standpoints and like all of their you know, like the choices that they have made with the groups they align themselves with, they're barring all that, Chick-fil-A makes some of the best food in this list. Like their chicken is really good. Their mac and cheese is unmatched by other places on this list, I think. I happen to live on campus where a Chick-fil-A is very close by. Like Chick-fil-A is on campus, and then there's a Chick-fil-A right down the road. So I have had this often, and I do get Chick-fil-A frequently. But the food it's good. It's not great. Like it is one of the best at what it does, but it is not like so amazing I have to put it in S tier, you know. I feel like it's close though. It just needs a few more items and a more varied selection to be put up in the S tier. Chipotle I'm toss up between A and B tier. The only reason I won't put it in A tier is I feel like there's not enough drinks and sides at Chipotle, which is a really weird qualm to have with a fast food place. But I feel like when I go to Chipotle, you get an item and you get just that item by itself, and you can get like a chips and salsa as a side, and that's about it. But the burrito on its own is filling, yes, but like you eat half now, half later if you're like me, right? But you're gonna want something else to do that little extra bit of filling that you don't want to take the extra bites out of your burrito for. One of the biggest examples is when they added the quesadilla, and I would order that on DoorDash a lot. The quesadilla comes with little 3 containers of like things to add to the quesadilla, but it's still not quite enough. You still want slightly more, and that's their big shame. So and plus I also don't like how stingy they are with some of their meats sometimes. So Chipotle gets B tier. Domino's, although it's not a great pizza place, it is the best pizza place on this list. On this list is a big caveat here, because there are plenty of places that are in different regional areas that beat them out for sure. Most local, like residential or regional pizza places are going to be better than your staple run-of-the-mill fast food pizza places anyways. So Domino's, to me, has always had the best selection out of all the fast food pizza places. They've had some of the most inventive ideas over time with their crust options and stuff like that. I think it was like a flour crust or whatever, like FLOWER was like the term they used, and that was a really cool thing they did. I believe Domino's has also done the pretzel crust before. They do amazing. They do a decent job for fast food pizza, and they should be proud of it. Dairy Queen, I was gonna put Dairy Queen in B tier, but this is a fast food tier list, right? And Dairy Queen, I've only ever been for their ice cream. I only ever go for their blizzards or their shakes or if they have an Orange Julius attached for their smoothies. But their regular food, like their burgers and their chicken and their fries, I can only really go off their fries because I think that's the only thing I've ever had of theirs, like consistently to where I remember it, and they're not that great. Dairy Queen really thrives on its ice cream, blizzards especially. That's all their marketing is. I've never seen Dairy Queen do marketing for their food besides the blizzards, and I mean, at least they know their lane. And so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But that gets you a solid C tier in terms of food. Like ice cream's great, but it's not gonna be better than, you know, the other options here. Five Guys is an A tier food place. One, because of the portion size, the amount of fries you get is insane for like for how little you pay for it. In terms, like, a large does seem a lot just when you look at the menu for the price, but once you see how much a large really is, it's more than enough. Five Guys, the only reason I won't put it in S tier though is that, like, the burgers and stuff are phenomenal. It's the only reason I won't put it in S tier is because I haven't dined in enough to to really experience it, but I have ordered it away a lot, and Five Guys does not deliver well. So unless you're sitting in at Five Guys at like the Five Guys location, you're not going to get the pristine food quality you want. And the soggy sandwich is a big down, like really brings it down in level. And so in my most recent experience with Five Guys, the last 6 or 7 times, it's been like soggy burgers. Now they're not terrible, like they're only slightly soggy and stuff like that, but, like, you know, what can you do, right? I just don't have the time to sit in the restaurant. That's a thing that I didn't realize was a luxury at the time. In-N-Out is one of the few restaurants I will put in S tier. In-N-Out has a great selection, even though they do have the issue that Chick-fil-A has where they don't have a crazy large selection. The secret menu in and of itself is enough of a addition of items to give it a varied like choice selection, even though they're all like the same 6-7 ingredients. Animal style fries and the animal style burger and all the other like different combinations you can do are the big selling points at In-N-Out, and their animal style fries are my favorite thing from them. It happens to be that In-N-Out is the only place in this town that's open later than midnight, and I get off work at midnight, so I've gone to In-N-Out many a times. I might go tonight. I'm considering it. I'm thinking about it. But the food's phenomenal, and the food's good, like, in terms of that's the burger, the fries, everything. The fries took a long time to grow on me. I originally did not like them at all. Because I thought they were too cardboard, but like there are really good fries in there. There are just some fries that aren't as nice. They're very crisp and very cardboardy. Up next is Jack in the Box, which I will put in D tier. Actually, I'll put it in C tier with Carl's Jr. because I view it the way I view Carl's Jr. in terms of a mid-tier, medium-tier restaurant. It's just whenever my family went to Jack in the Box, we would also go to Del Taco, and I would get Del Taco items because they were literally right next to each other, and I preferred Del Taco. Jack in the Box, the few items I have had from them have been very subpar. They're mostly a breakfast place is like what they take their pride in, and I'm not like their breakfast items pale in comparison to McDonald's and other places that do breakfast. And even though like but maybe you have to really like egg to really like it. I don't know. It's just not my thing. KFC is there's not many chicken places on this list here, but I will put it in A tier. I won't lie. In my personal experience with KFC over time, the chicken isn't the greatest in comparison to some chicken places. Like Chick-fil-A obviously has better chicken, but in terms of places that serve like buckets of chicken, KFC is the best at what they do. Their sides are the main reason you go, the mashed potatoes, the mac and cheese, and those deliver every time. The chicken sandwiches are good. The biscuits are good. Like the chicken sandwiches are really what I would get when I went. I would never get the loose bucket of chicken myself, but it's great to feed a family of people. Or if you get the strips, which is something they do now, which is way better than getting their loose chicken on its own. But A tier for KFC. The KFC in this town that I'm in now isn't that great, so I don't go as often anymore, but you know, it was decent when I went back home. McDonald's is going to be S tier. I feel like everybody puts McDonald's S tier. If they don't, they're either lying to themselves or they're stupid. It's if you live in America, at least, because I can't speak for everywhere else in the world, but McDonald's is synonymous with like food, like the word food. It's weird to think of food or even fast food at least and not think McDonald's. And that's because they are good at what they are. They're the base option. They're the baseline option, and they're good at being the baseline option. I've had McDonald's at least 6 times in the last like 3 months, or maybe, yeah, in the last 3 months I've had McDonald's at least 6 times. It's because it's a safe, cheap option when you really need to get food really quickly or something, or especially on a road trip or something. They are the best at that thing, and they will stay that way for the foreseeable future, to my knowledge. Panda Express is really good. It actually took me a long time into my lifespan to actually like try Panda Express. I was like 9 or 10 by the time I actually had Panda Express for the first time, and even older. I was like 14 or 15. I was 13 or 14, I think. 14 or 15 when I actually started going to Panda Express and actually liking the food. Chinese food slowly became like a thing I really liked, and Panda Express is a really good place for that. Like obviously it's not the most authentic thing in the world, but it does have great tasting food. Like the orange chicken is good, and I get the Beijing beef as well. Like it's, you know, it's a good filling solution, and I always get it with the intention of eating it, like leaving leftovers to eat again. So Papa John's, I have a very like rough experience with it since they did serve my school pizza for a long time. The only time I've ever gotten like a Papa John's pizza in shop, like from Papa John's, it has been pretty good. But they're the mid-tier, like the pizza place. Like they're run-of-the-mill, and it's the fact that they were served in schools in my district that really ruined them for me. I feel like it was a bad decision on their part, but a good decision on the school's part, if you know what I mean. Pizza Hut is another pizza place where it's like it's also middle ground. If it's a Pizza Hut and a Wingstop at the same, or a Wing Street at the same time, then that would bump it up to like A tier. But since they're not like obvious, like confirmed to be together, then it's not going to be that great. The pizza on its own is very saucy, and the sauce is very sweet. So that, like, those are my 2 issues with Pizza Hut, and always have been. And then sometimes with Pizza Hut, the issue they have is their crust is also very hit or miss, especially on reheat. The crust doesn't reheat the way other pizza places reheat. So Pizza Hut has had a myriad of issues in my time, in my experience with it, which makes sense. They are like to pizza the way you think of McDonald's with the word fast food. It's just like when you think of pizza and fast food, like Pizza Hut is gonna pop into your head because it's in the name. Popeyes is it's also a good chicken place, right? But it's not as good as KFC in my experience. I've only had Popeyes a handful of times, and when the chicken sandwich came out, it was like the second time I've ever been to Popeyes. The chicken sandwich was great back when it originally came out. Over time, it's gotten worse over like I'm sure it's laziness and stuff like that, and like general worker ease. for fast food jobs. But like in the real promotional time for it, at that time that it was, the Popeyes chicken sandwich was amazing, and Popeyes in and of itself was good quality at the time. Maybe it was just where I shopped at, where like the Popeyes I went to had better quality ingredients or something. I'm slowly learning as I go whether or not it's a location or an item-based thing. Now, I'm a little biased to Sonic. I've been to Sonic more times than I feel like a normal human has, and I get their foot-long chili dog way more often than a normal human should. I love the thing. I don't think about what's in it. I try not to. I just kind of just eat it and enjoy it and let it be. Sonic is good for like showing up for their happy hour slushies in the summer, and they're great for the simple, quick, easy hangout spot food. Like you want to quickly drive through, get out, or you want to quickly walk up to the place, sit down, and leave. Sonic does good for that in both ways. It's been a long time since I've had their ice cream, but I have a vivid childhood memory of getting a banana split from Sonic, and I don't think I ever finished it, and to this day I don't think I've ever finished a banana split, but that is the only reason I feel like I still have an attachment to Sonic to this day. They also have a good little option when you DoorDash to just get a little pretzel with cheese, which is a really surprisingly good addition to a meal. I probably am going to offend a lot of people with the idea that Subway is S tier, but I have said it multiple times, both on channel, on stream, on podcast. I love Subway. There was a moment in mid-COVID after I had gotten parosmia, and I still have parosmia to this day, where Subway was rubbing me the wrong way for a little bit, so I stepped away from it. But back again, I still have parosmia still, but it's not as strong anymore. That being said, certain things still don't taste good, so I can't eat chips the way I used to. But Subway is still on the table for me once again, which is nice. The bacon was the only thing in my sandwich that I had to, alter, so I could still get it back then, but the sandwich wasn't the same. Case in point, I've always loved Subway, and I still to this day love Subway. The food is good, it's quick, easy. I love the ability to choose what you like, and I love the Subway method of picking everything that goes on your sandwich in a little conveyor fashion. And that's what makes me impartial to things like Chipotle and stuff. I just have a special place for Subway in my heart. It's a decently healthy option in terms of the other fast food places to choose from, even though the sodium count's really high. And it's always been there for me when I need it. If you ask any of my family members, I ate an unnecessarily crazy amount of Subway my last few years before I moved out. So I love Subway. I've talked about it before, and I feel like I've done, it's one of those things. Taco Bell. Now, Taco Bell is one of those things, it's very similar to McDonald's in terms of it's an easy option, a baseline option even. But Taco Bell's really hit or miss. If the tacos aren't prepared well, and if the meat isn't prepared nicely, with my parosmia, it's made the meat at Taco Bell taste really bad, so I haven't been able to enjoy that as much. So I just substitute for beans most of the time. But back when I did enjoy Taco Bell for what it was, they had some really good items. And the big thing Taco Bell has going for it is that they're inventive, and they always have a new item coming out, or a new deal or bundle or party pack. And that's really what sells them, because they're their ads are always out for their new item or their new party pack or whatever, and that'll generate the attention, and then it's just an easy answer, and it's pretty cheap, so I'm always willing to go. Wendy's. Wendy's is another one of those places where they're very specialized in terms of things that they do. I really only like Wendy's for their Frosties. Their chicken sandwich was good for a short period of time, not so much anymore to my knowledge, but it has also been quite a while, at least 2 years since I've been to Wendy's, or like a year. No, 2 years since I've been to Wendy's. And even then I would only really get like a chicken sandwich and a Frosty, and the chicken sandwich wasn't the greatest when it's plain and on its own. Their fries are pretty good. Wendy's has a good chili as well, like a decent chili at least. Sometimes it's kind of fucky. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it is where it belongs to be. Dead center in the middle. And White Castle, I've never been, but I'm under the assumption that it's terrible. But I guess I could. Listen. It's the only place on this list I've never physically been, so I won't. So I could slap it in its own tier. But like I've had like maybe one of those White Castle chicken sandwiches that you get from the frozen food section, and it's like not that good. So I'll throw it at the top of D tier. It's definitely better than anything I've ever had at Burger King, besides maybe like the fries at Burger King, and the strawberry smoothie. And those are the only thing going for you, so don't get excited, Burger King. But that seems a little fair. And so this is the finalized, updated fast food tier list. That's correct. I did one in the past, I think, but I feel like it was time to really retouch on things now that my taste buds are set in. I'm not just doing a tier list to do a tier list out of manic mania. So, whew, that is the tier list. Obviously, if you disagree with me, let me know what you think in the comments, but that's the obvious, way to go about things. Leave a like if you agree with me, or leave a like if you just enjoyed the video, or at least, enjoyed chilling here. And come check out the stream at twitch.tv/VictorTGH, and we will have some more fun like this in the future. And so we have done our recording for the day, and I appreciate the stream so much. We have done all of the things that we can do today, and we've had a good long 3-hour stream, and I'm really proud of us and everything we've achieved today. Without further ado, I will see you guys on, what's today, Thursday? I will see you guys on Tuesday for another stream here on Twitch. Thank you so much for watching History in the Making. If you're tuning in for a VOD, or if you're watching live, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I will see you in less than a week's time. Peace. I don't have the ending key. That's embarrassing. But a good stream nonetheless.